So as she waited, I answered yes. And then she made me feel really stupid.
Okay, so Ashley, you already know more than I did when I became a coach. And yet I've managed to build a business for the past 11 years. So if you know there's income earning potential, do you have to be, where is the point in your business that you say and you decide that, okay, I've earned enough now, I can talk about it and I can invite people? Is that all we're inviting people for? We're inviting them because it's going to change your life.
Yes.
Income earning potential is part of it. But the bottom line is the income earning potential comes from their hard work anyway. So at what point in your business have you said, okay, I've earned enough money now, I can actually invite to the business? What is that point, Ashley? What is that point? Because right now, you're probably already earning more with a stay-at-home business than anyone you invite is. So what's not to share? Yep. You're talking about income earning potential. When I became a coach, there were 0 success stories with income. And yet I looked at the business and thought, okay, and I just posted about it today. Okay, I just want to make enough that I can buy my shoes. I want to buy my Nikes and my music. No one was telling me that I could buy my Nikes or my music. I just kind of looked around and thought, I'm going to make a little money here. Okay, that's what I'll do. And then I just started inviting. I didn't have to get to a certain point where all of a sudden, okay, now I can invite. Because what is that point? What is it? We're talking about income earning potential, which is dependent on them anyway. So what are we waiting on? What are you waiting on? You just answered your own question. You want to show them what's possible, so show them what is possible. Who's your coach, and who's their coach, and who's their coach, and who are other coaches in the network who maybe have paid for college? Me. Who maybe bought a second home? Christina. Who maybe own a gym? Trina. Who maybe, whatever it is, I bet you can find a million success stories of a coach who's done something with the income. That's what you're sharing. Why does it have to be you? Mm-hmm. Do you share stories of weight loss that aren't you? Then what's the difference between that and income? How many of us share before and after pictures of people who have had amazing transformations from programs as we get ready to launch that program? That's not our transformation, yet we're sharing it because we're showing people what's possible. Why is that different with income? You're inviting them to the possibility. They have to do the hard work anyway.
Right.
If you're waiting on a moment where all of a sudden you go, okay, I've made enough, that's like 3 years from now. And guess what? You can't make anything without coaches. So you're waiting to make enough, but you're not inviting in the meantime. And inviting is what actually enables you to make enough.
Woo.
Preach it. Stop.
Preach the mother effing
Was
word.
that like the best?
It's exactly what I needed to hear. And the way that she explained it to you as you can't share an income story just because you haven't reached that income potential yet. The same way that if you just started your baby coach and you haven't lost a single pound doesn't mean that you don't know that the potential to lose the weight is there. So it's when you first start, you don't have your own story. You don't have your own before and after, but you're working towards it. So you show off other people's before and after.
Show the possibilities of everyone else.
Exactly. So like I kept telling AJ, I was like, I feel like I just got raped, like I just got reamed, but all she did was slap me in the face and say, wake up and get to work. Just do it. Yeah. Because it's exactly what it is.
It is. My gosh, there's a couple of coaches on my team that really needed to hear that. Like, it's crazy. Like, they needed
like
to
I'm gonna do like a record my screen to see if I can record it with her voice so that I could share it, because I want other people to obviously be able to hear that, because I think everybody needs to hear that.
I think it was so perfectly stated. It's so well versed. It's exactly what you need to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen because I want to show both of you what I stole. Veganmeister.
I'm so sorry. You need What?
My chancletas.
Where are your chancletas? Oh, it's so funny.
Vinny.
Jesus Christ, how many things do you have open?
Stop
It's
it.
like, oh my God.
The desktop icon queen.
Where is my Canva? Okay, hold on. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. Well, I don't know what I did, but look how pretty.
That's
Did you
beautiful.
save it to your desktop?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I don't know where it is right now. So she talked about creating a marketing strategy. Your marketing strategy is, what are you inviting to? If you're invited to a challenge group or a sneak peek, it should always be one of the two. So example, she puts like May 6th, she starts inviting to the challenge group, and May 9th is her sneak peek. So then she starts inviting to there, or vice versa, whatever it is. If you want to level up, basically you have to invite to coaching. You can't just sit there and hope that things are going to happen. She talked about hosting. I have to listen to her because I like how she words things.
Who? Maddie? Oh.
Not word, but how she explains this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hosting two sneak peeks a month. Setting up a free group and creating that pipeline into your challenge group, and set the number of invites and get it done. So all these things should be a strategy for everyone anyway. Like we write in our calendar, team call, sneak peek, whatever. But we need to know what we're inviting to, because if we just sit here and say, join me, you need to have a plan.
Yeah.
Have a plan. If you're gonna have a challenge group that starts the 10th, then start inviting to that. If you have a sneak peek on the 19th, then right after that challenge group closes, start inviting to that sneak peek. Always know what you're inviting to. And you should always host 2 sneak peeks a month or whatever. So non-negotiables, 100 new followers on Instagram every day. She has
just follows?
100 new people on Instagram. Messages all new followers and adds them to her tracking, whatever it is that she used.
Is she getting Instagram 100 new followers a day, or is she following?
She's following. She's doing 100 new followers a day on Instagram.
But what is she saying to the followers when she messages them?
I'll get there.
Oh, okay.
But she adds 100 new followers on Instagram every day.
Okay.
When she messages her new followers, she adds them to her tracking, whatever it is that you use, if it's the ANSA or Streak or whatever tracking system you use.
Mm-hmm.
She does 50 invites to coaching or challenge groups every day, follow-ups, checks into Teams page, challenge group, and the back office, and her workout at a shake.
Yeah.
To be successful in this business, you have resources. We have our resources in the back office, and she's getting some really good, from what I'm gathering, it's from Ashley Fildelson.
Mm-hmm.
She is teaching her the ropes, because her back page, her link tree is identical to Ashley Fildelson.
Yeah.
So
all right, cool.
5% is in the learning,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else is in how you implement everything. And then she does her invite, your coach invite, whatever. We have tons of invites. And then how she shows up.
Can you go back down?
This is just something she wrote. It's not mine.
I know, but I like to get ideas from other coaches, because this is where it's hard.
I'm gonna show you. Her thing is on YouTube, so she shows up for her every day. Why would you wait until the last day when you're capable of getting it done by the 10th? We enable ourselves, and it's into our downline. If you don't wait for someone to light a fire under your ass, you seriously are your own boss. Nobody forces you to be here. Show your worth. Like if you're working out, like Chris, you were working out and doing 21-day fix, and you decided, I need to go back to 80-day obsession, because that's where I found myself that I was on track. Same thing for Ashley. Ashley's going back to 80-day obsession because that's where she felt that she was on track.
That's where I'm on track.
That's where she lost her 35 pounds. That's where she felt it good. And you are doing the same.
Yep.
So stick to what you know, because if you're doing Transform 20 and you freaking hate it, then go to the program that you feel you can rock
Yeah, and feel inspired about. Right.
Okay,
Absolutely.
like I love Lift 4. I freaking love that program.
Yeah.
You know,
I love Live 4 too. I just didn't see the weight loss results that I wanted. And then what I do want is weight loss as I build muscle. But Live
You
4
won't
is
see
all
that with
about
Live
building.
I
You
saw
don't
my
see that
weight
with Live 4.
loss.
I have to
saw
get my
weight.
charger, guys.
Okay.
I have to get my charger. Keep
I saw
going.
my-
Just let me know when you want me to start.
Okay, I saw my weight loss with Transform 20. And then she said something about she said, what is your why? If you don't have a reason, a goal, a drive, why the hell would you waste your time inviting strangers? So if you don't feel, if your why is not as strong as you feel it should, do you think you're going to have that why and that want to invite to strangers? You're going to, you're going to be like, it's not important to me. Like yesterday, you put a post that you want to fire your boss, and that's fine. But okay, that's not your why. I understand that. But
No, it's not.
It's not your why. But if you have that strong enough why, then you will not find a problem talking to a stranger. You know what I'm saying? So when your why is that strong and you have a goal and you have a drive, you're gonna go and talk to those strangers without a hiccup.
Speaking of this,
Mm-hmm.
Girl Stop Apologizing is a book that is actually really good. I've given it a chance and it's really, really good. Plus, I'm listening to it tomorrow, so.
Why?
I listened to it and I have it on Audible. It's really, really, really good.
She talks about what it is that's holding us back, those inner demons that we have, what we're hearing in our head, it really is a fantastic book. I think it really is an important book. I'm enjoying it. At first I was like, oh, I'm not in that place anymore. But I said, you know what? I may have people in my circle that are, or coaches in my downline that are, and I'm actually receiving value from it. So.
Okay, then I have to give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
Damn you people.
I have it if you want to borrow it. I have the
honest to God, I've been doing the Audible thing.
Yeah. I'm listening to Mel Robbins' book on Audible now.
The 5-second rule. I just downloaded Dare to Lead and Can't Hurt Me. So
I downloaded the Shanti book.
This is the one.
It's a difficult book to get into. Oh yes, I've seen it.
Which book?
The Shanti book.
T is for Transformation.
T is for Transform.
Oh my God!
The first episode, like the first chapters where he's talking about his past.
Yeah.
And hearing that, it's hard to listen to.
Yeah. Well, especially if it triggers you, yes.
Yeah. I know it's
trigger warning in there too.
Yeah, I know it's a part of his past.
Yeah.
It's just hard to listen to.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it to get easier and more fulfilling. I listen to it every morning.
It's good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. So I brought Chris on here because she is the guru.
Not really.
She is the guru of how you earn. And she's got it down to a science that I don't think I'll ever equate. But she knows how it is. Every time I have a question, I'm like, Chris, I don't know. Like I can go in my back office and say, oh, I got this from Retail Commissions, and I'll click on it and see, okay, these two people, and I'll make sure I got paid for whoever put in an order. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what this means, and she knows how it all means. So I introduce you, my amazing friend and my amazing partner, Miss Hessler Rodriguez.
You guys are so funny. All of you. You know what's funny is a lot of you call me by my maiden name, Hessler. For some reason, it's like, I don't know. It's
well, when I refer to you, I go Hessler.
Hessler. I know, but a lot of people do. That's so funny. That's hilarious. But anyways, thank you so much, my friend, for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate it. And I don't know that I'm a guru, but I do, like when I know that I need to learn something, I make it a point to dive in and to really become a student of it. And because my goal has always been, obviously, to help people get on their journey and to really help them with success, I want to maximize the income possibility that this gives me, because at the end of the day, this is my job, and I'm not going to just sit here and, you know, get paid with peanuts. I'm going to work and I'm going to maximize the income that I can get from this opportunity. And that's something that anybody can. So I'm going to talk about the basics, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to talk about the basics of the income.
Where'd she go?
She left.
She X'd out by mistake.
No. She'll be back. I'm just gonna wait for her.
Princess!
Hey!
Hi, Princess!
Hey, Kooky. Kooky kid. Kooky kid. She hung up on me. Damn her.
She's probably talking to herself right now.
No, she would know if she knows if she's off. She won't see us anymore. Aha.
You too can be a Beachbody coach. No skills required. All right, let's try this again. Oh my God. I was like, where did they go? Because I exited the wrong tab because I have 1,000,001 tabs. All right. So there you go. Proof is in the pudding. You don't need to have any kind of skills to be a Beachbody coach. Just show up. Just share your story. That's all. All right. So as I was saying, I think it's important for all of us to understand the basics of the income opportunity or the income that you can make with Beachbody. So I created this presentation to keep me focused.
She just learned something new.
Right. I saw that.
What? Oh, straight in Canva.
Me too.
Oh, good. My gift to you. All right. So creating an income, and I'm just going to talk about the basics. There's so much information on Google. You can go to YouTube, and top coaches talk about the more advanced concepts with income, but I wanted to keep it very simple, and I wanted to keep it basic because with the basics, you're golden until you're ready to get into more advanced. So who am I? I'm wife to Vinny, and you guys know who this is, but for those who are going to watch the recording, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background of who I am. I'm mom to Michael, who's 17, mom to Bella, who's 12, and to Fitzgerald, my mini schnauzer. He is 2, but I always say that he's my forever 3-year-old. He follows me around everywhere. He's excited to go on car rides, and he just loves to be around me. So he is my forever toddler. I am a retired teacher and full-time coach, 2-star Beachbody, 2-star Diamond Beachbody coach, and our team is working towards 3-star Diamond, so I'm very excited about that. I'm the founder of our team, Diesel Dynasty, and I'm feeling the nudge to rebrand. You're the first people that I've said that to, but I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel a nudge. I was a Shakeology skeptic turned Shakeology cheerleader. I'm a lover of burgers, wine, chocolate, and naps. And yes, I'm a closet science nerd. So there you have me in a nice little package. That is who I am. Anything science, I will talk your ear off, so beware of asking me questions about science and nutrition. So tonight what we're going to cover, we already talked about who I am, how we earn, personal volume versus team volume, because this is a term that a lot of people get confused about. Team cycle bonus, which I believe is one of the most important things you should be looking at every Thursday when you get paid. How to build to create an income, and then I'll just give you some real talk, and then if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any questions. Those of you who are watching the recording, please feel free to message me directly. I'm happy to answer any questions for you if there's something that needs to be cleared. So, I forgot to change this. What we do, it's how we earn. These are just a few ways of how we earn, and it's something that we actually talk about in our sneak peeks, but we make retail commission, and that's 25% commission from all of our retail sales, and we make 20% from apparel sales. And I think there's a promotion this month. I want to say it's this month that they're increasing the percentage of the income or the commission that we make from apparel. So just check your back office, check an FAQ to see what kind of income you can make by just sharing with a customer, hey, look, we have some really cute Beachbody gear. If you're interested in rocking it, here's the link. Our subscription. So with subscriptions, you earn bonus points, which translate into money or money into currency. So for example, when you sell a Beachbody on demand subscription, you're going to earn $39.96. And that's 39.96 points is what it is that they're giving you, but they're paying you in currency. So subscriptions will obviously earn you income as well. And that's for the 3-month and the 6-month subscriptions as well. So you are going to earn an income from there. Team cycle bonuses, which is something that I think is the most important thing you should be looking at. And that's just the bonus that you're paid on a weekly basis for those of you who are Emerald and above. And when you start accumulating and banking team volume, you'll earn this bonus. So I'll talk about that more in the next slide, in the next couple of slides. And then, I didn't fix that. I got to fix all my slides. Engagement and support? No. Bonuses is that last one. Sorry about that. I had to edit this really quickly before I started. So bonuses is another way that you make income. That's what that needs to stay here. Oh my gosh. Quarterly bonuses, and that's for coaches that achieve 2-star and above. At 2-star diamond, you start earning quarterly bonuses, and basically what that is throughout the entire quarter, Beachbody is just dumping money into a pool, and at the end of that quarter, it is divvied up by 2-star diamonds, 5-star diamonds, 10-star diamonds, and 15-star diamonds. And what's really awesome is if you're a 15-star diamond, you not only get the 15-star diamond bonus, you get the 10-star diamond bonus, the 5-star diamond bonus, and the 2-star diamond bonus. I have seen a bonus of upwards $55,000 for just kind of ranking and doing what you're supposed to do, and you get that pool of money, which is absolutely insane to me. Can you imagine making $50,000 in a quarter just for doing your job? That's a nice little bonus. There are people that don't receive any bonuses through the year. Fast Start bonus just means that you recruited a coach with Shakeology, so you make an income that way. And matching bonus for Ruby and above, you'll earn 5% as a Ruby from your team, and 10% as a diamond from your team. And I'll show you what that means also. I really have to fix that slide. That's embarrassing. Okay, so let's talk about the difference between personal volume and team volume. When I'm talking about personal volume is what you do personally. And that means your personal orders and the customers that you get started in your business. So, and that's from Thursday to Wednesday. Any of the activity that you're doing in 1 week's time, that's your personal activity. So any of your sales, your personal consumption sales, your HG orders, anything like that, plus any customers that get started with you in that week, that's what's gonna show as your personal volume for the week. And then you have the team volume, which is everybody's volume. So everybody on your team, all of their efforts, their customers, their personal orders, anything that everybody's doing together collectively, that is team volume. And that's where the company takes. The team volume is where they take, they break it up and they pay you team cycle bonuses. Team cycle bonuses is it's a simple concept, but it can be easily confused. So I had to actually look at team cycle bonus many, many times. I actually watched the video a couple of times. I had my husband watch the video. I had him watch spouses explain team cycle bonus in their own way on YouTube and have him explain it to me. So I had to really work to understand what team cycle bonus was. But once I understand it, I know exactly how much I'm making tomorrow in my team cycle bonus because of what the calculation is. And it's a very simple calculation, but I know what to expect. And I'm constantly looking at my week leg volume because that's the leg that I'm constantly wanting to work. Okay, that was a sidebar. So your team cycle bonuses is generated by all of the coaches in your organization, all of their sales, and that's left leg and right leg. It's your entire organization. All of that accumulates into these like banks, right? So you have these little deposits. And so you have your weak leg bank, and then you have your strong leg bank. So you'll earn a cycle when those two totals equal at least $300. Or not $300, 300, because the Beachbody will take 200 from the strong leg and 100 from the weak leg, and it'll cycle it in exchange for wherever it is that you're ranked at. So for example, an emerald will make $14 in that one cycle, a ruby will make $16 in that cycle, and a diamond and above will make $18 in that cycle. So, and it happens every single week. So every single week you're working to accumulate that volume. Anything that's sitting in your strong leg after everything has been cycled through is just going to sit there in a nice little bank for the next week to collect whatever it needs to collect, to cycle again the next week. So it just carries over. It doesn't cancel out at all. It just stays there. It's like a happy little bank deposit box. So here's a visual of what it looks like. So here on your left leg, you have 540 team volume. That is everybody on your team, what they have done for that bonus week. So this is in 1 week. The same thing with your right leg. This is 200 team volume. This is everybody in the right leg, all of the production that has happened for that week in your right leg. So what happens is the company says, okay, I have enough to pull out 200 from my strong leg or from the left leg and 100 from the weak leg. That's one cycle. So depending on where you are, emerald, ruby, or diamond, you've made $14. If you've made one cycle, you've made $14. Here, there's enough to cycle again, and the system knows to cycle again until it can no longer cycle through the weak leg. So here, there's 2 cycles. So depending on where you're sitting at as far as rank, you're going to get paid that amount twice because you cycled twice. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. I just want to make sure, like, we're good.
Ashley, you got it? Where is she?
She's there. Does it make sense, Ash?
Okay, she's muted. She's muted.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. She said, yeah, she shook her head. Okay. So what's nice about that, I know right now, if you're sitting at Emerald, you're like, man, but $14, that's crazy. I'm working so hard for $14. Yes. That's why you want to rank advance, number one. That's for the income possibility at Diamond at $18, because not only are you cycling at $18, but as you grow your organization and as your team volume grows, especially in your weak leg, you're going to maximize how many times you're going to get paid that $18, because that $18 happens every time this cycles. That's the purpose of getting to Diamond as quick as possible. And that's the purpose of getting to Emerald as quick as possible, because you want to tap into this team cycle bonus. Okay? It's imperative. It's so, so important to do that. Because if not, you're going to sit there and just be kind of like a retail junkie, and you don't really want to go there. So this is a very old, this is our old pay stubs, I guess you can say, what we would see in our old office. And obviously this is from 2011, 2012, and 2013, but I wanted to make this point and show you how important it is to grow your team, because you'll see the growth here. So here, this is somebody's maybe first paycheck, first or second paycheck. They just made a commission off of Shakeology for $29.96, and they helped a coach get started with Shakeology. So they made $20 because somebody signed up as a coach with Shaco, and then they made their commission from the month before or that week, $29.96. So their first check was $50.96. So this is somebody who just started, who's just building their team. They don't have a team bonus of any sort at all. They just started. But look, in 1 year, look at the change that happens here. So from 0, this person is probably a 1-star or above, because diamonds max out at $1,000 team bonus. So this is somebody that's at 1-star and above. Can you imagine receiving a check of $1,500 like that in 1 week? Like 1 week. That's amazing. And the retail commission for whatever Shakos or challenge packs that were sold, subscriptions, and the matching bonus is also super important. This is actually a really great number. Back a couple slides, I talked about matching bonuses for Diamond. So when you're a Diamond coach, you're going to earn a percentage of what your leaders in your organization are making. So for example, the Emeralds on my team, if they make a $14 cycle, in my matching bonus, I'm going to receive $1.40. If somebody makes $28, they make 2 cycles as an emerald, I'm going to receive $2.80. Sometimes I receive $7 here, or $5.40 here. It all depends on how many cycles that emerald coach has made. And I love seeing that number, because I know that my team members are now cycling as well. That tells me that they're cycling. It's such an important number. Same thing here, Fast Start bonus. This person got coaches started with Shakeology, and the company will give you those bonuses. And now look, the next year after that, this number again. So this person is probably 3-4 star diamond, because they're not capping at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. So they're probably 4-star or above right here, because they're not capping at team volume or team bonus, excuse me. Retail commission, look at the matching bonus. Their team is working. That person's team has coaches that is making money as well. These are the numbers that I like to look at. Yes, retail's great, but I like to look at these 2 numbers in my pay stub on Thursdays, because I know that there's team activity going on here, and I know that my coaches are making money here. Those that have ranked advanced to Emerald and beyond, I know that they're making money here. And look at that check, $3,702. That's amazing, right? How nice would that be? And that's just a matter of consistency and just continuing to work. Okay, next. So how to maximize your income. So you want to sell. That's what we do. A lot of people cringe when we say, oh my gosh, but I'm selling something. You're selling a lifestyle. You're selling a journey. You're selling what could be, right? And I know Julie Boris is very adamant about these things too. We're selling a lifestyle. We're selling a solution, right? And we have the tools to make that happen. So never shy away from offering what we have. We know it works. You're proof that the product works, right? You use it every single day. There's nothing to be embarrassed about selling something that works. Are we ever embarrassed about selling a ticket for Cinemark or for Regal? I'm never embarrassed to tell people to go see a movie. So it's the same thing here. It's a benefit. It's a great thing. So you'll get sales. You earn your commissions through sales with challenge packs, Shakeology, subscriptions, and also everything that we have available in our shop. I like to call it Mom Crack, our Energizer, Performance Line, all of those things you're going to make a commission off of. Build your volume. It's so important for you to recruit. A lot of coaches will get started. They'll hit Emerald. They'll achieve Emerald, and they'll just sit there. They're kind of like frozen at that point. But what you need to remember is that you want to continue doing this over and over and over again. Melanie Mitro is somebody that I remember hearing when I first became a business building coach. She stated that her goal was always to become an Emerald. Every single month, just recruit 2 coaches. That's all you do to be an Emerald, is recruit 2 more coaches. So every month, her goal was to recruit at least 2 coaches and become Emerald again. In a sense. Rank advance. Ranking is important, because that means that your team is growing as well. You have leaders emerging in your organization. And what happens when you become a 2-star and above, number 1, the company gives you another business center. So I have myself, which I call my first business center, which is Christina 1.0. And then I have Christina 2.0, which is my second business center. So you're essentially recruiting yourself, and you know how hard you hustle, you know how hard you work. So imagine that you have 2 of you working now at that point and at that magnitude. That's just a fantastic place to be. Plus, you have now the opportunity to earn 2-star bonus. 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star bonus that I talked about a few slides before. And then carryover volume accumulation. This is like a magical, beautiful number that is like the best thing ever. So when I was talking to you about team cycle bonus, the company or the system will max out your cycles based on your week leg volume. So once it's maxed out your week leg volume for the week, anything that's left over from that week in the strong leg goes into a nice little deposit box, and it's called carryover volume. Here is the kicker. You can never, ever, 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 ever go inactive, or that carryover volume will go away. So this happened to Monica Lopez, and she'll talk to you, and she'll freely share it as a lesson learned. She had like 50,000 points volume points in this carryover volume bank deposit box, just sitting there. Girlfriend went inactive. All of that volume went away.
Monica
So
was inactive?
This was years ago when she first started. But all of this volume that carried over, that she banked, gone. So the key here is to never go inactive, because once your weak leg starts building and growing and it becomes this wildfire thing, because eventually those legs will flip. The strong leg may become the weak leg one day. The weak leg may become the strong leg. And if that weak leg ever becomes strong, let me tell you, when it starts tapping into that carryover volume that is banked forever, you're going to start making an insane amount of income. So never, ever, ever go inactive, because you want that deposit box nice and healthy for when your weak leg goes strong and the company needs to tap into that carryover volume in order to finish all those cycles.
And how do we stay active?
HD, baby. Why aren't you getting your Shakeology every month anyway? That's easy. You don't need to think about it. Shaco every month. If you're drinking your Shaco every day, you're like praying that your Shaco pops in that day.
I keep telling my coaches, and I keep reiterating how imperative it is to be on HD.
Yeah.
So that as a coach, and as you continue to grow your teams,
Yeah.
you don't have to continue babysitting every week, every Wednesday, saying, hey, you have a couple coaches inactive.
Yeah.
They're not on HD. Or,
No,
hey, why are you inactive?
Yeah. You definitely want to be on HD. Now, yeah, I understand. I mean, I don't understand. I just understand the value of Shaco. Like, I'm drinking it every day, and I don't want to think about, oh my God, I have to place another order. HD for me is an absolute blessing. Now, there's other coaches who decide that they're going to do HD with Daily Sunshine and they're energized. And that's something that's going to give them their 90 PV for the month. That's another way to do your HD. But I think HD is so beneficial because life gets crazy. Life gets in the way. And the last thing you want to do is think about, oh my gosh, this is the day that I need to order again so that I don't go inactive. Just stay on HD. I think it's important. We're product of the product. Our Shakeology is bread and butter. I mean, if you're not a product of the product, how are you going to sell it? And how are you going to promote it? And how are you going to share it with authenticity and integrity, right? So for me personally, I tell my team, always stay on your HD. You should always be on HD. The last thing you want to do is constantly flip-flop, because you don't want to lose this carryover volume. Again, you want to maximize your income. And how are you going to maximize your income? Collecting that volume in your carryover volume box that I like to call. And then when your strong leg, when your weak leg goes strong, because it happened to Christina Delgado, where it flip-flopped completely and the company was able to tap into carryover volume. It happened to Vinny also. His organization, it flip-flopped and he was able to tap into some serious carryover volume in there, and it was awesome. The only thing is that he was capped, so we couldn't keep cycling. But that's a lesson learned for me, so I have to make sure that I keep his rank up. And then finally, coach placement. To maximize your income after Emerald, there is a strategy that I like to use with my coaches depending on what their goal is. If they want to just rank advance really quickly, then there's another strategy for that. But for me, when I first built, of course, my goal was always income. I wanted to pay for groceries every week. That was my goal. I wanted to pay for groceries, so I wanted to maximize how I can earn that $150 to pay for my groceries every week. So after I hit Emerald, my coach, Christina, strategized with me, and our goal was to build my weak leg, because my strong leg was very strong, and so that way I could cycle income every week as I was building to Diamond. So this is how you maximize your income. Okay, here's my real talk. Okay, so it's warm in my house. So this will take work. This is a job. This is not, if you're really looking to build a business, if you're really looking to build a substantial income, maybe to replace a full-time income, this is another job. Now, that doesn't mean it takes 8 hours a day. No, but it does take it takes focused work, whether it's that you can take a full hour to do it, or maybe you need to work in pockets of time early in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. However you can make the time, but it does take work. It's not something that you can just wish for or wait for the end of the month to go and like, oh my gosh, make a really strong push. That's not how you want to grow a business. You want to be consistent, and you want to work on a daily basis on your business. Many coaches, top coaches, I constantly hear them say, you're going to work very, very hard at the beginning for very little, but as you continue working, even through those times that you want to quit, you will see the fruits of that labor. Brittany Leggett, I remember her speaking, I don't know in what call or what video, but she said that she worked so hard, and then all of a sudden there was just this shift in her business. And she says it felt like it was overnight, but it really wasn't. But she felt this shift in her business, and then it became something like, okay, I'm not doing as much as I used to do, but I'm getting so much from what I'm doing. So it takes building a strong foundation and a strong, consistent foundation for you to get to that place. Remember, nobody gets promoted at a 9 to 5 after a day, a week, or even a year. And that's if you're lucky to get a promotion after a year. But stay the course, because you're in this for the long haul. Always remind yourself that you want to be here a year from now. That's something that I always tell myself. I'm going to be here a year from now, but I'm going to be at a higher level, at a higher rank, at a better mindset. There's always something that's going to be better in me a year from now. Obviously, you want to rank and you want to hit the goals that you've set for yourself for the year. But that's something that Christina instilled in me, that you want to be here a year from now, but just you want to be elevated. You always want to elevate yourself. So there you go. There you have it. I hope it was pretty clear and you were able to understand everything I shared. Are there any questions for me? My Q&A?
No, it's just, you have to put in the work in order to be able to see those numbers grow. They're
Yeah.
not going to grow by just not doing anything.
Right.
You need to be consistent. You need to put in the work. You need to send out those invites.
Yeah.
And bottom line, use your dang tracker. Use the damn tracker.
The tracker is amazing. I'm so glad we have that. I didn't have it when we first started. I mean, when I first started 5 years ago, I didn't have anything like that, like nothing like that. So I was always like, okay, what do I do now? And what do I do now? And it's such a blessing that the team, that Beachbody has done that for us, because now, like, if you just follow that tracker, you're doing your job. And I feel so accomplished when I check off all my checks and my check boxes. I know that I've done the work. It really does feel good, and you feel accomplished, and action is what's going to create that confidence in you. Do it scared, even if it's just 3 invites a day. Just do it, because eventually you'll get to where I'm at, where I'm sending 60 invites a day without blinking an eye, for I don't even think about the emotion behind it anymore. So yeah.
Let me, to piggyback off of that, I've come to see, once I see all those numbers, when I see the breakdown of the volume, and it's all volume, that gives you your income, I can see the potential and the magnitude that this business can have, and how many, and what it can do for you, your family, your bank account, whatever it is you want it for. Ashley wants to fire her boss. But honest to God, and this is put myself out of the picture.
Yeah.
I want to fire my boss.
I know.
I want to fire myself.
Listen, Trina Gray today said something. I heard her Emerald to Rise to Emerald call today, and she says, by yourself, you can help 100 people, right? But have 10 people helping 100 people. The magnitude is ginormous. Imagine then thinking about it in terms of volume. You're going to create 100 PV or 100 PV in volume. Imagine what 10 people on your team creating 100 PV in volume is going to be for your team volume. So that's why my retail numbers are not big. They're not at all. For me, I grow my team, and I want to grow my leaders. And that's where I feel is important. And I don't know, that's just I've always just been one of those where, come join the team. This is going to be life-changing, and this is a great journey. And that's where you're going to see the numbers increases with your team volume. That's how you know your business is growing.
And they say, it takes a village. And this is all a team effort.
Yeah.
A collaboration of everyone putting in all their nuggets, and, knowing what you're doing for the next person, knowing what your volume does for your coach, what my volume does for my coach. And it's all that pyramid, if you will.
It's a team thing. And, and there are times when there are coaches that have advanced way beyond where you are. And while, yes, their volume does help you, they're in a position where I mean, they're doing a great job with their weak leg that they're able to, make great income. You all work together in this, but at the end of the day, when it comes to income, there's certain things that you want to really focus on. Team volume, weak leg volume especially, that's where you want to grow your volume so that you can maximize those cycle bonuses. How many times you're going to get paid that $14, $16, or $18 that week? Absolutely. Is it going to be 10 cycles? Is it going to be 20 cycles? Do you want 100 cycles? How many cycles do you want? So that's why you always want to put yourself in a position to just maximize what you're going to make. And me selling challenge packs, yes, that's part of my job. Absolutely. My job is to hit Success Club 10 and above every single month. Absolutely. But my job is also to present this opportunity to somebody and show them what they can do and imagine them helping 5 to 10 people a month, with a challenge pack and what that can do for them in their life. And so, yes, if you're doing this for the income, solely for the income, you're going to fail, because it's not just about the money. You have to have a strong why. And with that strong why, it's just going to catapult you and drive you to really focus on building this to something magnificent.
That's what I was talking about earlier. When you have that strong why, all fear goes out the window.
Exactly. That too.
You're not going to have that fear to talk to that stranger.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's not even about, for me, it's no longer about a strong why. It's that I ripped that Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And I just send.
Well, because we know what a blessing this is. We know how life-changing this can be, the community that it brings, the blessings that it can bring to our families. We've seen it through our coaches ourselves. So yeah. So anyways, with all that said, I hope that you understood Team Cycle Bonus a little bit better. If you want something that's a little bit more advanced, definitely check YouTube. YouTube has 1,000,001 videos as far as advanced placement is concerned, so that you can double dip in volume, cycle bonuses. There's all sorts of great stuff, and it's not like you're, what's the word? Not like you're tricking the system or anything. It's something that you actually can do. Mm-hmm. Whenever I place coaches in a certain leg, my husband also takes advantage of those cycles as well, of that volume. It's all this advanced stuff. So learn the basics, and then keep learning so you can maximize your income. So
it's great stuff. And again, every time I have a question, I will continue to go back to Christina, because
one of these days I'm going to thank you. I'm going to say FAQ.
No, don't FAQ me. And I'll tell you something, as far as training goes, guys, we have unlimited resources.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Learn, go back there and look at those training videos. Today I was back there because I wanted to see something on the coach, like how to get a coach started. And I said, this is genius. Kim Carver does all those training videos, and he just is he explains it like
beautifully. And on the Beachbody Champions page, I think it's the Champions page, he broke everything down. Like, this man spent hours upon hours upon hours working on this. He put all subject matter in its own units. So anything that has to do with team culture, it's a unit. Anything that has to do with getting started right, there. Anything that has to do with inviting, anything that has to do with Power Hour. He spent hours.
Awesome. And that's awesome. And guys, at the end of the day, we need to put in the work.
Yeah.
Our vital behaviors are exactly that, vital. They need to be done. They need to be invited. You want your business to grow, you got to invite. You want your business to grow, you got to invite. You want to make more money, you got to invite. You want to have more money in your account, you got to invite. At the end of the day, it's all about inviting. And if you don't invite, nothing else happens. Nothing else happens. Ashley did a great post the other day on income progression, and she just showed all the different income progressions. And I thought it was great. I said, absolutely, throw that out there. You might catch somebody's attention. And you're going to get the no's. You just got to know that whatever, you keep going. And what I was saying about inviting, I don't sit there and I used to waste my time, not waste my time because people do things differently. I used to go there and watch people's Instagram, like scroll it and then like a few pictures and leave. And some of those same people would respond to me, oh, I'm already a Beachbody coach. I would go back to their Instagram page and say, but there's nothing in here. So
Yeah.
finally, after scrolling for 5 minutes, I found a Shakeology. You know what I'm saying? Or I found them doing T20, and I'm like, coño,
Yeah.
had no idea. So I stopped that. I just send the invite. I just send the invite and they'll respond to me. I'm already beach body. I go, okay, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And I keep going. But I do get into a conversation, even though they tell me they're a beach body. The customer, who's your coach? Is there anything that I can help you with? Oh, I find you extremely motivating. Absolutely, great, thank you. I'm here if you have any questions. And sometimes they'll tell you, you know, can I switch to you? Depending who their coach is. If I don't know them, absolutely. Sure, I don't care. You know, so this is all a team effort. It's a team collaboration, and in order for me to grow, in order for me to grow, you guys got to grow. In order for your team to grow, they got to grow. And it's just that vicious circle. It comes full circles, and we all help to hold each other accountable. We all have to hold each other's hands and just finish the race, you know?
Yep.
Thank Chris so much for giving us her
My
knowledge.
pleasure.
Her
I'm
knowledge.
gonna send you my pleasure. I'm gonna send you the Canva that is updated and corrected because that was embarrassing. I was like, oh crap, I forgot to change that.
That's okay. Mine wasn't even downloaded, so don't worry.
Okay,
It's
well,
still
I'm
from
gonna
next
send you
year.
the updated one.
Listen, anyone can be a coach.
You see? I get off the call, I exit out of Zoom, I don't finish my screens correctly or my slides correctly.
Anyone
You
can be a
too
coach.
can be a Beachbody coach.
You too. For a small fee of $160.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for having me. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I'm not gonna work out tonight because look at the time.
No, it's already 9:30. I'm gonna get to bed because Autumn has me exhausted. Today was cardio core, so I'm tired.
Okay. Well,
I'm
thank
tired.
you, my friend. Oh, can we do a quick boomerang?
Of course.
No? Yes? Okay.
Aren't you listening to your?
Is that what you're gonna do? Drink your water? You're so silly. All right, I'm gonna drink my water too.
You
I
are.
don't. I have a baby bottle.
Okay, let's go. It didn't record, it froze. Okay, take two.
All right.
Wow, you guys are gonna get all your water in just doing boomerangs.
This is why I'm peeing like a racehorse all night. I gotta stop drinking. I'm done.
All right, my dear. Thank you so much. This is recorded, so
Pleasure.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Of
After
course.
good night, be at work early tomorrow.
To fire
Bye.
my boss.
Bye.
Bye.